Now, as just mentioned, a day ahead of U.S. Vice President's visit to Seoul, North Korea on Wednesday evening fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles toward waters off South Korea's east coast just 3 days after it had fired a similar type of missile. Wednesday's action appears to have been carried out in protest against Seoul and Washington joint drills currently taking place in the area. Our defense correspondent Bae Eun-ji with the latest.
At about 6 p.m. on Wednesday, North Korea fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles toward the East Sea, where a combined maritime exercise between South Korea and the U.S. is currently taking place. The Joint Chiefs of Staff said Wednesday that the 2 missiles flew around 360 kilometers at an altitude of some 30 kilometers, at about 6 times the speed of sound. It said they were both launched from the Sunan district of Pyongyang. Although further analysis is needed, the military reportedly assessed them to be KN-23 missiles, modeled after Russia's Iskander missile. That's similar to the type of missile fired by the North 3 days ago. The military also said such action strengthens the deterrence and readiness of the South Korea-U.S. alliance, and that it only deepens North Korea's isolation from the international community. The presidential office also said in a separate statement that South Korea's National Security Council held an emergency meeting and strongly condemned the test, while vowing to maintain a strong combined defense readiness with the U.S. The latest missiles were fired toward waters where South Korean and U.S. forces have been holding a combined drill since Monday, involving an American nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, the USS Ronald Reagan. This most recent action by the North is seen as an apparent protest against the exercises. In response, the White House press secretary said in a press briefing that the missile launches are in violation of multiple UN Security Council resolutions, and that they pose a threat to North Korea's neighbors and the international community. An official from the Japanese Defense Ministry also strongly condemned the launch and said it has lodged a protest against the actions through its embassy in Beijing.
We cannot tolerate the fact that North Korea is launching a series of missiles when Ukraine is being invaded. It violates the Security Council resolution, and we strongly condemn their actions.
Wednesday's missile launches also come as South Korean and U.S. officials have said the regime has completed all necessary preparations for its first nuclear test in 5 years. Bae Eun-ji, Arirang News.